morning, Vietnam. What the heck is that supposed to mean?
All right, hello and welcome everyone. I know it's been a while since the last video. I'm very sorry about that. I recorded a lot of things, but I still haven't done all of the editing yet. So I'm trying to change my ways a little bit to get videos much faster into you. And so that's what I'm working on. So today will be a trial of this. So I'll just try and record a quick talk that I have with you and just trying to put it without editing anything and just like making my workflow faster. So we'll see how that goes. Not much to update you about. Our situation is still the same. We're still staying here. Next month, we'll be doing a visa run. So maybe that could be interesting for you to know a little bit more about. So I'll go into the details about this. For our family, it cost us 12.2 million for a family of 3. We do get a private car. We don't go in the bus like you may have seen other YouTubers show and comment about. It's still fine, but our kid being a little bit too young, it's just much easier to have a private car and like do our own stuff, and also a little bit faster. So it's usually 12 hours back and forth compared to the 15, sometimes 16 hours that they do with the bus. But we never experienced it, so we don't know exactly for sure. But from the information that I gathered, it seems that this is the case. So it was offered to us the first time we did the visa run, and it was the same price. And after that, we got a discount after that because it wasn't supposed to be the real price. But our son was younger at the time, so they didn't want. They asked us to have a private car. They didn't really want a small baby of 3 to go in the bus and possibly disrupts the other passengers. So we loved it so much that we simply reuse it every single time, and we're happy we got a cheaper price since. We're doing the visa run with Lin Visa. So they've done all the visa run for us before. It's extremely smooth, very fast, super professional. So we're just taking care of from start to finish. So we need to send them all the information to start. We pay them. After that, they come and pick us up directly at home with the private car. Early in the morning. It's usually around 7 a.m., something like that. Then we leave. It's usually 2.5, 3 hours to get to a pit stop. So we go there, we stop a little bit. We can eat, but we prefer just to be on the road as fast as possible. So we usually bring snacks within our bags. After that, we continue our road. Another 2.5 hours, we get to the border. We get there. Someone is at the border to help us with everything we need to do. So they take our passports there. They do deal with all the agents, and it takes a while. You need to wait for a little bit. This is why it takes so long. But usually about 2-hour wait. So we cross to Laos, and then we come back. The 12.2 million includes the visa that we get to enter Laos for just a little bit and then come back. And then it also covers the visa for Vietnam for another 90 days. So the visa for Vietnam is not really expensive. It's like 25 bucks US, something like that. So for the 3 of us, it will be 75. So that's included within the 12.2 million. I'll do all the conversions to make it simple. But that's basically what it is. And after that 2-hour wait, we come back, 2.5 hour, pit stop again, 2.5 hour, we get home, usually around 7 p.m. It's definitely not the best one in the world. Like we could just exit the country and come back afterwards. It would be a little bit more expensive. It's definitely the cheapest way to do the visa run. And you could make it slightly cheaper by not taking a private car and go in the bus. But it's not so much more expensive that we prefer it this way. Eventually, we'll be getting flights outside the country and just visit some things. But for the time being, we just really love being here, and we don't really want to go elsewhere for a week or something. So right now, we're trying to focus on work and make sure we can stay here as long as we want to. Also, I wanted to talk about driving in Vietnam. So even when I arrived here, I know, and I said it before, so if you heard me say it, not in videos, but to my friends and family, I definitely thought it was chaotic to drive in Vietnam. I definitely thought it was insane. I couldn't understand how it worked. and I just like was shocked by it. Crossing the streets is even crazy. So basically all you need to do is to avoid the cars. So you walk in between motorbikes that are just like passing by, but it'll just like swerve around and not hurt you. But it still feels so uncomfortable to do. It's not that great. Obviously, we went to Ho Chi Minh City a few weeks back, and over there the traffic and the population is way, way, way more. So it's even harder to cross the streets, and it reminded me why I didn't like it so much. But over here in Da Nang, it's definitely much easier, and the traffic is not so intense that you won't find a way to cross the street, but it's definitely something that you'll be shocked when you get here. Anyways, I thought for sure I was never going to be driving a motorbike just because I could not understand the way the driving rules, like how it works. And I thought it was crazy, so I never thought I would. Also, I don't have a good balance on my own 2 feet, so I never thought I would be able to handle a motorbike. Obviously, I've done bicycle before, but I still feel a little bit different. And then we have the family on top behind me, so I need to be super safe. So when we got here for like the first 3 months, we did not rent anything, so we were just only using Grab. So Grab is the same thing as Uber back home or Lyft. So it's just an application on your phone. You simply call a car or a motorbike. You can also do that, and you can go wherever you want. It's usually between $2 and $4 to go everywhere in the city, like across the bridge and whatnot. So it's really cheap. So it was not a big issue. The only thing is that it did not give us freedom to go wherever we wanted all the time. So eventually we decided we wanted to rent a motorbike. But before doing so, I took motorbike lessons. So I'll post it in comments, not in comments, but in the description of the video, the guy that gave me the motorbike lessons. I didn't find nobody else that could do it in Vietnam. So if you're interested, he's in the city. He's super great. His name is Simon Kotov. So highly recommend this guy. He's super patient, super great. Everything is easy. So you don't even need to have a motorbike, like he's renting one for you. He's gonna give you all the materials you need. He has the helmets, the gloves, the pads for the knees and elbows. Like, it's super safe. He has a great area where he gets you to practice, and there's no traffic at all. It's just like super simple. There's also a wireless microphone, so you get to hear his feedback even though like you're driving away from him. So it's just like extremely good experience, and I cannot recommend him highly enough. I'm not sponsored by him. I just had a really good experience, and I really want all of you to get the same experience if you're interested. But like I said, there was nobody else that would be offering these services anyway. So even if I would not recommend, I don't think you would find anybody better anyways. He's not a local. He's originally from Russia. So go with him if you want to drive a motorbike in Vietnam. He's been here for a few years, so he definitely knows all the little things about it. And he's been driving motorbikes, all kind of motorbikes. He's a big fan of all the models and all that stuff. He has been for years, and he's been giving lessons even back home in Russia. So highly recommend this person. So after that, I heard a lot of people say that driving in Vietnam is chaotic, same as me. But people were saying that Vietnamese are bad drivers. And this is where my perspective is a little bit different. I don't agree at all with this perspective, because it's true that the laws are not necessarily followed by everyone and that people are doing pretty much what they want. But at the same time, I would say that the Vietnamese driver in general care more, like they're decent human beings. So back home, I feel that we don't care at all. So people are maybe better drivers in your standards, but the thing is, when people are running through a red light and whatnot, like they don't care. They don't care about other people's well-being. They're just running a red light because like they need to. and so they'll be very dangerous about it. They'll speed to do it, and it can cause accidents and really bad things. Over here in Vietnam, it will also happen that people will run red lights, but they'll go very slow about it. Like they need to get wherever they need to fast, but they won't risk the life of other people on the road. So they'll go very slowly, and once the other traffic goes the other way that they're going, they'll simply swerve slowly in between that. It looks insane, but nobody is mad. It's just like the way it's doing, it's just like really nice to see. For the most part, I would say that the driving in Vietnam is based on common sense. So even though people are maybe not following the rules to the letter, they're just like trying to make sense and be logical about it. I have no clue how many people have license or not, but it's still not that hard to figure it out. Also, something that's different from back home. It doesn't mean it's wrong or anything. It's just like different. So back home, we would be looking over our shoulder when we make a left turn, just to make sure nobody is in the, how do you call it, death angle? I don't know, in English. I guess I'll need to figure it out. Give me a second. Angle mort en anglais. Asti. Blind spot. I know this word. Anyways. So, over here in Vietnam, I'm making myself laugh. Over here in Vietnam, they don't have the same customs that we have back home. So the way they're driving, they don't do shoulder check to see if there's somebody in their blind spots. So oftentimes you'll see people merge into other lanes without looking, and it's simply your responsibility if you see someone merging to avoid that person because he's in front of you. So back home, we feel entitled to our little bit of highway that we have in front of us. So we're really angry as soon as someone cut us off or whatnot. So it can be a little bit aggravating over here. But once you understand and adapt to how they're driving, like I'm still doing my shoulder check all the time. And I would say I don't think I've seen anybody else doing it since I've been here for almost a year now. So I'm still doing it because that's my way of doing, but I understand that they're not doing it and it's totally fine. So if you see someone in front of you, just either you speed up to pass them or you just make sure you can stop quickly enough whenever they want to merge, because it's definitely something that can happen. So a lot of different things on the road. Oftentimes for the motorbikes to turn left at the red light, you'll need to go on the right lane to do so. So that's also very weird to me. So sometimes we'll be like on the third lane to the right, and then the light goes green for everyone. And it's just common sense and logical for motorbikes to turn left. So the cars won't be speeding too fast. They'll let us pass and we just like turn left through them. It's a little bit crazy, but like I said, everyone uses common sense. So the cars are not speeding up. It's really not that dangerous. We also don't go to very high speeds. So maybe like driving on a highway, that would be a little bit more dangerous. But over here in the city, like we hardly ever go over 40 kilometers an hour. So not even miles. Like for people from the US, like it's gonna be very slow for you. So really, really safe overall. I would say I have a very big helmet for a motorbike. Like I hardly see anyone with full face like I do. My coach recommended this helmet for me and I'm super happy with it. But it's definitely super safe. But mostly what you'll see is just like people with plastic helmet on top. Like it doesn't even seem to be protecting much. Sometimes people won't even attach it. Like it's just loose on their head. I've seen a few fell on the road just because like a little bit of wind make it go away. So I don't think it's super safe to be wearing it this way, obviously. But under the law, you need to wear a helmet, even though you'll see a lot of people not wearing helmets sometimes, but it's still something you need to know. For foreigners, you cannot get from my research, so I'm not 100% sure. I've heard different testimonies, but from what I could gather, on a tourist visa, you cannot get a license in Vietnam. So you can get a license in Vietnam as a foreigner. You can even translate your own from back home, but you need a longer visa than just a tourist visa. So you would need to do something different in order to do that. So this means we're limited in the kind of bike that we can drive. So you can drive a 50cc motorbike, no license needed, this is totally fine. And also an electric bike will be fine as well. Other than that, everything else is illegal, but a lot of people are still driving it anyways. And if you do get caught driving an illegal motorbike in Vietnam, you simply need to pay a fine, which is not too expensive, I've heard. I don't know exactly for sure. We didn't have a 50cc motorbike from the start. When we started renting, it was in January 2025, and we still had our international license from back home. We paid this before leaving the country, and it was we got stopped once by the police, and it was fine. So I've heard that this license is not recognized in Vietnam, so I don't know what happened exactly. He let me go, did not give me a fine. So maybe I got lucky, maybe I have I don't know, something different on my license. No clue exactly, but it worked out. Now my license expired, so we changed recently to a 50cc motorbike. So now we're legal again, but we're looking to buy a motorbike because the one we're renting is costing us 2 million per month, and it seems to be a little bit more expensive. And from what I could gather, you could get a brand new motorbike for something between 20 million. So less than a year, we should be paying for a motorbike. And after that, what we can do is we could sell it and buy a new one if we wanted, or we could just keep it for a little bit longer. We'll see how that goes, but this is the plans for now. So, as per usual, thank you for watching, and I'll see you as soon as possible.